Hey everybody, Ken here again. I want you to think about what's the scariest thing you've ever been through. A lot of people are experiencing fear right now. How does what we're going through compare to the most fearful experience of your whole life? And are you losing sleep? Are you able to rest right now? Or is fear keeping you up at night? There's a lot of fear of the unknown. We need somebody who's going to speak words of reassurance, courage, and hope to us. A couple of years ago, my two older daughters and I were flying to Haiti, and that was already sort of an uncharted experience for us. And as we were flying down, the plane sounded like it hit something. And then all of a sudden, it went into a steep dive. And you know that sound in the movies when a plane is crashing, that sound? It was exactly what it sounded like for us. The guy across the aisle threw a blanket up over his head. The woman behind us was using one of those paper bags for exactly what it's made for. People all around us were completely terrified. And the plane dove down and for a couple of minutes straight. And finally, when it leveled out again, the pilot came over the loudspeaker and announced to us exactly what had happened. We had hit a hailstorm, and some hail had cracked the windshield of the airplane. And in order to maintain cabin pressure, he had dived the plane 20,000 feet in those 2 minutes to save our lives, and had already contacted an airport, and he said, very soon we'll be landing in Daytona Beach. And it was really helpful to hear those words of calm reassurance that we were in good hands. He knew exactly what to do in a situation like the one that we were in, and we had nothing to fear. He had taken care of the problem and had found a solution. And those words of courage and hope and reassurance were so helpful to all of us at a time like this. So where are you turning right now for courage and hope and reassurance? And when others around you maybe are experiencing fear of the unknown, we have this unseen enemy in this disease that's coming at us. There are more and more deaths every day. And then there's fear of the unknown in terms of places we used to go, people we would normally see that we can't see, and when will we see them again? Maybe you've lost some work, or maybe you're working a lot more because things have changed and we don't know when this is going to end. Where will you find rest, and where will you get those words of courage? I want to turn with you to Psalm 23. We've been meditating on some helpful thoughts from this psalm, and it starts out, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters." We looked last time at a sheep lying down in green pastures means that it's been put in a place where there's plenty of food, but it's lying down because the presence of the shepherd is so satisfying, they don't feel like they need anything else. Well, then the shepherd leads the sheep beside still waters. The words literally mean waters of rest. Sheep, I think, are naturally fearful animals. It reminds me of our dog, who's a naturally fearful animal herself. We go out for early morning walks, usually before the sun rises, and the dog's afraid of her own shadow, let alone all the little noises that you hear in the early morning hours, and it's still kind of hazy out and it's hard to see things. And she gets afraid of so many things. And it reminds me of how we are sometimes. We fear the things we can't see. We fear the things that we don't know. And right now is one of those times. Where are you going to find rest for your soul? Like these sheep who in the presence of their shepherd have been led to waters of rest. You don't see the sheep getting scared and frantic and running off. They're just walking along peacefully beside their shepherd. God's inviting us to walk with him through this season in a way that you don't have to be afraid of everything going on around you the way that everyone else is afraid. You can find rest for your soul in his presence. So I encourage you as you go into your weekend to open up the Bible, look into Psalm 23, maybe Psalm 131, where it talks about being a child just resting in the arms of its mother. And that's how our souls are when we spend time with God. God's inviting us to spend more time with him right now And I encourage you to do that. Accept that invitation. He's caused our whole lives to slow down. And so he's inviting us to find our rest in him. So you don't have to lose sleep. Look to him. Spend time with him. Bring your fear to him and allow him to minister to you by speaking words of reassurance. I made this world. I know every little bit of it. I know exactly where you are and what you're going through, and you have nothing to fear if you walk with me. Fix your eyes on him. He sent his son Jesus to walk with us and to experience life in all the ways that we experience it. He experienced loss. He experienced the unknowns of tomorrow, and he knows exactly what you're going through. And Jesus, our high priest, can minister to us through a season like this. So I invite you to fix your eyes on him as you move into this weekend, and maybe you'll have some words of reassurance for others around you who are experiencing that same kind of fear. If you'd like to join us, Community of Grace, we'll be meeting online again this Sunday on Zoom. You can watch our live stream on Facebook. You can go to our church website, cogchurch.us, to find more details. So I invite you to join us if you're able. But more than that, spend time with God as you go into your weekend to reduce your fear and find rest for your souls. God bless you.